Hello everyone. So in this video tutorial series we will learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript and how could I forget Bootstrap. So to give a very quick introduction before we really jump in, HTML is the layout language of the web. It's how you say what particular element goes where. Okay, so it's like saying, okay, I need the text box over here, the paragraph over here, and so it's kind of the layout language. CSS is the styling language which basically styles your elements. So for example, I need to have this a beautiful little button with background shades, so that's what you get in CSS. And JavaScript, which is basically an event based language which listens to your different events from your user or the end user, whatever they click, whatever they scroll, and based on that what you can do is using JavaScript you can basically modify CSS and HTML. Okay, so CSS is basically applied to different HTML properties or other different HTML elements. So first you have the HTML. Okay, so different HTML elements may have different CSS properties, for example the color, the background color, the foreground color, and so on. And using JavaScript, based on different user inputs, you can basically grab these different HTML elements and change their CSS properties, giving an illumination of a real-time web app. Okay, and what is Bootstrap? Bootstrap is released by Twitter, which is basically a CSS JavaScript library. Okay, or I would not say it's a library, it's kind of a framework. So for you to develop applications faster, you can use Bootstrap. Okay, so you can completely go away from Bootstrap and just say I will use CSS and JavaScript. That's also fine. But then if you are using only HTML, CSS and JavaScript, what happens is that you lose a lot of time. You do a lot of hard work. I mean, you do a lot of repeated things to get the same stuff online. Okay, but if you're using Bootstrap, many of those things are probably encapsulated in different Bootstrap classes, so that if you just use a class, you will get the same effect that would have otherwise taken you probably 1 hour, 2 hours or so. Okay, so Bootstrap is the way to go. So that's why from the next video tutorial we are going to start with Twitter Bootstrap, and using Bootstrap we will learn HTML. I mean when you are creating an app using Bootstrap, we will be learning HTML, we will be learning CSS, and then after we have created considerable amount of projects using Bootstrap, what I will do is I will jump back to plain vanilla JavaScript without using any framework, like for example jQuery or Angular or anything. Okay, and using JavaScript basically we'll discuss the different concepts that are important, and probably we'll try to develop one of you apps as well. Okay, so that's the plan, that's the agenda. So now in the next video, let us jump right in to learning Bootstrap, or rather creating app through Bootstrap. Thank you.